right, so we're gonna our first video. Are we good with the monitor and everything?
Yeah, everything's going good.
All right, so our first video we're gonna do this evening, we're gonna go over comedian Byron Allen.
So wait, he started out as a comedian then?
He's a comedian.
Okay.
I think he came to prominence in the '80s. For those of you that don't know, if I told you that Byron Allen is worth as much money as Seinfeld, you would be sitting there laughing or thinking I'm making a joke.
I think Seinfeld's like one of the greatest TV shows of all time. They got to be a super wealthy...
Right. Quintessential comedian. He's had the show syndicated into the ground for the last 30 years, whatever. Yeah, I understand why he's worth $500 million.
Yeah.
Do you understand why Byron Allen's worth $500 million?
First off, I never heard of Byron Allen.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, any of this stuff you're trying to explain to me, I never heard of this comics.
So Byron Allen,
or whatever.
Byron Allen has this show called Comics Unleashed. Okay, guys. So if you do
you really feel like they're unleashed on this show?
No, they could. As the great Norm Macdonald has put it, they couldn't be more leashed.
Oh, okay. Well, first off, it looks like he's renting like the Jerry Springer set.
Well, let me get into that. So Byron Allen, right, guys? Just for some background, comedian rose to prominence in the '80s, and he's been doing this Comics Unleashed show since '06. I mean, I think they did it for a few seasons. But it's been on in syndication for years now. Even if you don't know this show, I guarantee you have come across it at some point in your life.
Yeah.
You probably late at night, you're sitting there, you're jerking off.
I've never seen it though.
Maybe you haven't, but I'm sure most people have probably come across it.
So, and if you're a fan of this Comics Unleashed, since it only did a couple seasons, so like every few months, it's just gonna be everything just on repeat then?
Yeah, There're not that many episodes. It's on in syndication, and if you've watched it maybe a couple times, you've seen every episode.
Oh, damn!
So the show. Here's the format of the show. It's a traditional kind of like late night talk show, right? You got a panel of comedians on.
Yeah.
Byron Allen has like maybe a list of topics that he randomly segues to each comedian, and then they do their scripted bits. That's pretty much the show.
He's giving them random questions, and they have scripted bits?
Yeah, he'll go, hey, Derek, I heard that you bought a new car. And then you go on and do a bit about cars. Yeah, I just got a car, and I was driving it the other day, and then I hit a pregnant woman, and I didn't die. Yeah, I had to give a back alley abortion. Yeah. Oh, everybody laughs.
Yeah. Oh, so it's all a bunch of made-up bullshit. Like this.
They do their scripted bits. They do their, like, stuff that
you could tell it's scripted?
Yeah, because it's not like you don't, like, all right, so, like...
just don't know automatically what to say, like right off the bat, like with it. If you're building up a joke, good chances like you've worked this joke out.
Yeah, it's clearly material that I think they do in their stand-up. It's not like nothing about this show is off script. Everything is very regimented, and these comics obviously come on. Now, there's another show. We'll do it in another time. It's called Funny You Should Ask.
Yeah,
it's just like this, except it's a game show. And they have a panel of comedians, and they do their jokes, and based on their joke, you have to determine whether or not they're telling the truth, and then you win money.
Oh, okay.
It's another Byron Allen produced show. So,
I got to give this Brian Allen, what's his name?
Byron Allen.
Byron Allen credit though, if he got that wealthy.
As a businessman, I will give him credit. So this guy's worth $400 million.
That's fucking nuts.
And I'm sitting here wondering from
I kind of want to get on this racket though of like syndicating a dumb TV show and then making.
So he makes these really cheap late night shows, sells them for next to nothing to local networks, local broadcasts like the CW, for instance. This is where the show comes from.
So it's like whatever, like local place around here that covers like Cleveland or to Youngstown type thing, Akron type deal.
Yeah, he'll sell it to those, and then it gets money from all the advertisers, and it's so inoffensive. It's such a clean cut. This is what I picture like corporations, like when corporations hire comics for like company parties.
Yeah,
they got to do clean material. These are the comedians I picture.
Oh, so these are the clean comedians.
It's all clean shit.
They know to not take anything for it all.
They're not gonna they're not gonna say anything dark. They're not gonna like talk about tumors or cysts or anal sex.
That's the best comedy, is the dark comedy.
Yeah, about tumors and cysts.
The offensive shit. That's the best.
You're not gonna find that on this show. There's again, I guess I'm not ragging on clean comedy as much. If you're clean and you're funny,
right? As long as you're funny, I don't care.
As long as you're funny, I don't care either. I can only think of one clean comic that's really funny, and that would be Jim Gaffigan, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. Can you think of one?
Yeah, I think I've actually seen Jim Gaffigan live.
He's pretty pale, and he always talks about being fat and hot pockets.
I think I did see him. No, I saw another guy live. I forget what his name was. He was pretty like just
Yeah.
I know who Jim Gaffigan is, though.
Yeah, he's funny. I can't. I don't know. It's just I don't. You can be funny and be clean. I don't think it's that common. I also don't think it's that interesting.
Yeah.
If your goal is I'm going to stay away from any topic that could offend anybody.
See, I like anything shocking. So if it's comedy, I want to be shocked. Where like
Derek
okay.
wants depravity.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
exactly.
absolutely, yeah.
I want the lowest forms of depravity on the face of the earth. Everything shocking.
Yeah.
I want to be shocked at church. I don't even give a fuck. Well, you easily will. All these
Church,
all
we
these
shock
priests
church.
are fucking molesters and stuff.
All right. Well, anyway, we're gonna start this clip. It's just we're gonna do the 10 minutes of this because
Okay.
I just want you to see the
Yeah.
show and the format.
Because 19 minutes is long.
We're not gonna do 19 minutes. I can't stomach it. But this show, I'm gonna be very curious. I wonder if Derek's gonna find this funny because that will completely ruin everything
Yeah.
I just said.
I'm
you
like,
know?
this is fantastic.
This is hilarious. What are you
I'm gonna
talking about?
Watch
Paris?
more of this when I get home.
Yeah. So enjoy, guys.
And now, your daily dose of vitamin B, Byron Allen.
Such great quality too.
I think it's the clip.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it's the clip.
Probably. Who cares? Yeah.
You have to remember this is formatted from like just analog TV.
Yeah, right.
And he does this. He comes out every show. There's a DJ in there, which I really can't stand. There's a DJ. That's where you hear that thumping, and he comes out and does a dance like this.
Oh, he does that dance
to it.
every episode.
And it could be the whitest way of dancing for a black guy.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. He's just out here going like this.
Yeah, this just like already just by this you could tell it's like super corny scripted TV.
Yeah, the set's really nice.
Yeah.
You know, this is the kind of show I would have pictured in like the 80s, right?
Yeah.
Like I would be more forgiving if this was like a show from 1985.
Yeah. To me, this looks like they're just renting the set of Jerry Springer, though.
Something like it has that vibe to it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know what you're saying. But then he's gonna do his little dance, and then he does like a joke or two of like you know, on current events.
Okay,
So
kind of like a late night show type
yeah,
deal.
yeah, but it's even worse than like let's say a set by Jay Leno.
Okay.
Yeah, the Tonight Show.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Very kind of you. Very kind of you. Oh, this is fun. In England, a man was caught swallowing a diamond ring at a jewelry store. And police waited 3 days for the ring to pass.
I mean, did the crowd really think it was that funny?
You have to imagine that when for like recorded shows like this,
There's gotta
the
be the
crowd is
applause.
really amped up to react to things.
Yeah, that's true. Like they're just excited that they could potentially be on TV, and then
Have you ever watched behind the scenes of like these kind of shows on YouTube?
no.
Just like YouTube that, and you'll see shows where you see the producers running around. All right, guys, laugh at this. And then
Oh
he's sitting
yeah.
there, like,
Well, I'm sure they get the sign that says
and they got
clap or
this-
applause and all
yeah.
that shit.
yeah. So there's all that going on, and obviously they had laugh tracks because that line was fucking.
Yeah,
lame.
I mean, yeah, you could say haha, but I'd see nowhere
The
crack up
most
on that.
kind of a laugh you could generate for that joke would be like this, ha.
Huh. It's like, oh, that sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's about it.
Yeah,
That's,
that
you know.
sucks.
But I
Not
want,
like, woo, woo, woo.
listen, Derek, I want you to laugh your little patootie off if you find any of
I
this.
will.
humorous.
I'm not gonna hold back. If
I
I
don't-
really think it's funny, I'll
Yeah,
say.
don't
I'll
agree
laugh.
with me just because I hate the show.
Yeah.
My dad loves this show.
Yeah.
Really
That's
does.
what you said. He's watched the same
Ownership
6
is not-
episodes for like 10 years.
He loves it.
Then had 3 carrots and 4 pieces of corn.
That's just a stupid joke. That's just a stupid joke.
It's just not a good joke.
Yeah.
It's lame.
Yeah.
I hate the DJ. Look at here's the DJ. Just check him out.
Yeah. Why? Oh boy.
Is there anything? He's a white DJ. Too.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Dressed in like weird, like early '90s hip hop clothing or
I don't
something.
know. So bad. Oh, this is so bad.
Yeah.
Right.
So he opened his set with one
We
joke.
have
Yeah, he only does 1 or 2. I assume probably in real time there's like a litany of jokes there.
Yeah.
And they pick the best one. 'Cause
If that was the best one about not passing it for 3 days, having corn next to his diamond or whatever,
Yeah.
like, that's not that great of a joke.
no, not at all.
Not that great of a joke.
I can only imagine what the other jokes were like, and no
Yeah.
one laughed, and I
Yeah.
bet they couldn't even fix it.
That's
in
why,
editing.
because nobody laughed,
Yeah.
so they just completely just take it out.
hot one for you tonight here at Comics Unleashed. Say hello to Bob Marley.
Not the Bob Marley.
Yeah, not the
Completely
reggae
different one.
artist.
Yeah.
but Robert Marley, we'll say.
Clinton Jackson.
Like, do you think these comedians are like super hyped that like we're getting this exposure, or?
I imagine because you're on TV, and like honestly, this show is huge. I mean, it's on. Nobody likes it. By the way.
If you were asked to do Comics Unleashed, would you do it?
No, I don't think I'd have anything clean.
Yeah,
if I were a
true.
comedian, all my jokes would be like about sex and my butt and my balls and
Getting pegged, all that stuff.
anal rape.
Uh-huh.
It'd be like that kind of humor.
Well, that would be good. Like you present it to them clean when you get on there. You just get so filthy and terrible.
Yeah.
See the reaction.
Yeah.
Maybe the
so Paris, I hear you have a dog. Yeah, I like to rape it actually.
Yeah.
That would be so awful.
And Joe Coy.
See, all these guys look familiar. I'm pretty sure I've seen every one of these
I've heard
comedians.
of Joe Coy. That's
The
the only one.
Bob Marley guy looks familiar. The girl looks familiar. The black guy I have not seen though, or Byron Allen.
I've only heard of Joe Coy.
Coy, they look familiar. I couldn't tell you their bits or anything.
I think I've seen him on Comedy Central.
Yeah.
A long time ago.
Does Comedy Central still play stand-ups often, or is it more just like scripted television?
I couldn't tell you. I don't watch it. It's awful.
Yeah, I
at this
haven't watched
point.
it either.
How you doing, Bob?
I'm doing good.
Yeah?
Things are good.
You're on the road a lot?
I am a little bit, you know.
So he gave you a segue right there. You're on the road a lot, and
Yeah.
now this is your time to
Oh,
shine.
to tell you a story about being on the road.
What you'll notice about this show is it's the most random ass segue. So the next part will have nothing to do with what they were just talking about.
Okay.
You'll see.
Top, you can't just eat what you want to eat. You're subjected to eat what is available, and so I'm always trying to.
Yeah. So because basically he could have just said yeah.
Yeah, I eat on the road. I eat out of garbage cans.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
So like this was like I already know that he's gonna ask him about being on the road.
I mean, like if you're a conversation starter, it's just so generic.
Yeah,
you
it
know,
really is.
It's just,
But I feel like, well, the producer has to tell him because otherwise he could have been like, yeah, I've been on the road a lot.
Yeah. The only time when I was watching this show, I actually laughed was when Daniel Tosh was on, and that was because I feel like he went off script a little bit and got dark.
Okay.
So
I could see him doing that.
Yeah, and it was mildly uncomfortable for everybody else there.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed it.
That's good.
It's for me pizza. Do you guys like pizza?
You guys like pizza?
Yeah. Who doesn't like pizza? I mean, is there anyone on the face of the earth that does not like pizza?
I'm sure a freak out there doesn't like
I
pizza.
mean, I can't eat as much pizza as I once able to because I'll get sick and puke my brains out, but I still like pizza.
He pandered to the crowd. Do you like pizza? They all clapped and wooed like dolphins. And you'll see that a lot on this show.
You know, like when we do our live show one day, we'll have to tell the crowd, do you like pizza?
Do you guys like pizza? Yeah, who's with me?
Crickets.
Yay!
No, it's going to be crickets. No one's ever not going to. I have a feeling like we do a show, either people are going to think it's hilarious or it's going to be dead silent the whole time.
You just hear a gun cock like this, you know?
Get the fuck off the stage.
You ever get excited when you order a pizza? You ever have that moment you realize you're going to order a pizza, and you look at people and go, oh, okay, yeah, pizza. Woo! Sometimes you cry a little bit. I love you. When my wife and I order pizza, the first thing I do is take off all my clothes. That way I don't have to answer the door when the pizza guy shows up. Then I go and I sit on the couch and I wait for my pizza. Do you ever notice from the time you hang up the phone until the time the pizza guy shows up, the only conversation you have is, where in the hell is our pizza? Think about how bad that is, people. Do you know there's people starving to death all around the world? There's people in little villages waiting for a bag of flour to fall out of a helicopter. I'm sitting on the couch scratching myself going, you know what? This is ridiculous.
I mean, you know what? It's not that funny, but he's making good points. I think everyone can relate to what he's saying.
Sure, yeah. I'm not arguing you can't relate to it.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
like,
But no, the thing, yeah, it's kind of bothering me how it's like went too much into a bit already.
right?
It just went so quick into a bit.
Yeah, it's not like you're having a conversation.
Yeah, well, it's
Byron
like,
Allen
because
is...
this has nothing to do with being on the road anymore.
No, it's just it went into his bit about pizza.
Yeah, because I'm sure he does his bit in a set when he does his set.
Yeah.
I'd imagine.
It's so forced, I guess is what, that you know,
this is not a very organic, natural sounding conversation.
not at all. That's what you'll see is we'll watch one bit from each comedian so you get a feel for this show. Just you wait.
It's up though, isn't it? It's almost like a drug raid. Ding dong, he's here! Get the money! Get the money! Hide outside the dog. Who is it? Who do you think it is? It's tough, man. You got to try to stay in shape, but the road does that to you.
It does. That's hard to stay in shape on the road. Now,
Yeah, I
you've
think
been
it'd
on
be
the
pretty
road.
tough being like a road comedian that's like, I mean, I'm not trying to rag on this Bob Marley guy. I don't know his success or not, but I'd have to imagine he's just making a very average living. Wouldn't you suspect?
He probably makes good money.
Do you think he
He's
does?
made it to this.
Yeah, that's true. I guess when you're at this stage, you're probably
He's probably like in the comedy world. There's like guys that work regularly and are big that you're not really aware of.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I've been to a few shows. You know.
Do you think
so-
he's making six figures or no?
No, probably not six figures. But
Did you say half of that? Do you think he makes $50,000 a year?
I don't know. I don't know what the average salary of a comedian would be, especially
Because I
when
would
it's
feel like if you're on the road all this time, okay, say after expenses, all that shit, you'd probably want to at least be making 50 grand. Because other than that, that's not worth your time to do all that shit on the road.
Well, I mean, most comedians when they start out, they work for free, and you don't make anything.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying by the time you're these people's ages and stuff, you know, you want to, unless you're just being very local. But if you're really going around,
I'm sure all of them make pretty good money. I'm willing to bet.
livable money.
I'm sure they're all, if they've reached this point where like Byron Allen's reaching out to them to be on TV, I'm
Yeah.
sure they're making a good living.
Yeah, you're
Probably.
right.
But watch here, Derek. So they just did that little segment on him
Yeah.
on the road.
Yeah.
Watch how awkwardly he segues into a new topic.
Okay.
Just watch a little. I had to back it up just a
Yeah.
little bit.
The road does that to you.
It does. That's hard to stay in shape on the road. Now, you've been on the road with Carlos Mencia, right?
Yeah, Carlos Mencia.
Here's the new topic, Carlos Mencia.
And it's just like,
Yeah. He had that in the, I'm going to transition over here to Joe Coy. We're going to talk about Carlos Mencia for a minute.
for the fact that this is unleashed as if it's like just going off the cuff unscripted. This is so scripted.
Yeah. It should be comics on a leash. It feels like he's sitting there with like 4 leashes.
Yeah,
right. They're
right.
all dogs waiting
and
to
he
get
just
their
tugs
bone.
on one of them every
Yeah.
once in a while. He's like, when I want you, okay, we've already talked about this. Go to that.
Here's
thing.
your treat. Now it's time for your treat over here.
Was this before or after Carlos Mencia got outed for stealing jokes?
I don't know when this specific episode came out, but it was around that time.
He was
We're
stealing.
talking
He was stealing
mid-2000s.
Joe Rogan's jokes.
Well, that's a whole other topic. But I will say that Mencia was ripping Rogan's personality. If you ever watch Rogan's personality on stage, it's Carlos Mencia. It's the same thing.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, so Mencia was stealing like the way he sounds, his whole personality, his gimmick.
Weird.
Yeah.
Weird.
Watch like Rogan stand up, and then watch when Carlos was huge at that time.
Yeah.
I can see why Rogan had a beef with him.
That's interesting.
My
I
issue
never-
with
I never
Rogan though
noticed
is
that.
he's not consistent in his beefs with comedians.
Yeah.
So he destroyed Carlos Mencia, but won't go after like an Amy Schumer.
Oh. Did she steal some of his stuff?
Oh, well, not his stuff, but she's a notorious joke thief.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But he won't go after her.
Won't go after her. A lot of the comedians don't have the balls to go after her because of who she is.
Yeah, I feel like people are probably afraid of her. Or they feel like
She's got too much power in the game. Yeah, so they're not I mean, just go out, do us. Everybody, if you're watching this and you don't know, I'm sure you are aware of it because it was big a while back, but just watch any compilation of Schumer's material and it being compared to other comedians that she's clearly ripped it off of.
Oh, I'd like to see this one day.
You
This
gotta
sounds
check
pretty
it out.
interesting.
Yeah, YouTube it. It's if you just YouTube her name.
you
it'll come up.
gotta understand that there's only so many jokes out there, and it's probably just by accident people do the same kind of stuff.
Well, yeah,
unless you're
there's-
completely ripping off, like you're really just taking the whole bit. Then
So, like, in the world of comedy, if you're ripping off somebody's I mean, it's hard to, like, sue somebody over that because what you're stealing ideas. Ideas can't be, like...
and you can't prove you're the first person to ever talk about that.
And you can change it enough where it is your own thing.
Yeah.
But I think she's been accused of stealing, like, ideas and then doing her version of it. Now, Dennis Leary's another one of them.
he's
Dennis-
a notorious thief.
Yeah, well, Dennis Leary ripped off Bill Hicks.
Oh, okay.
His first album was huge. Remember, I mean, he was big in, like, the late 90s.
Oh yeah, Dennis Leary was huge.
His first album was pretty much Bill Hicks material.
Oh.
Then when Bill Hicks died, and then Leary was on his own, if you listen to all his albums after that first one, they're completely different. They're dog shit.
Oh no shit.
Terrible.
Damn.
Even Louis accused him of stealing that whole. Remember that song Leary was? What was it? I'm an asshole. I'm an
yeah.
asshole. Oh, remember
yeah.
that song?
Yeah.
Louis claims that is a bit of his that he used to do, and that Leary heard it at a club one night,
Yeah.
and he, I guess was really loving it, and
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, I like that," and then he just started doing it on stage
Oh man.
and turned it into a song.
This comedy game sounds like it's very cutthroat and
Oh, really?
ruthless.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
And Leary, he's another big-time name. Who's going to go after... Now, Louis is, of course, who he is.
Yeah.
And he never really pursued it. I've heard him talk about it.
Yeah.
But, again, Robin Williams is another one. Robin Williams was
He's a notorious joke thief?
Yeah, he was accused... Although, granted, I guess he paid off people under the table that accused him, but he was known for going to, the Comedy Store in L.A. and just sitting there in the back watching people do their material. And then he would do it on stage.
And then he just finds, like, I like that bit, so I'm going to take that and reinvent it.
He was accused... Now, it didn't get national attention, of course, but I've heard comedians talk about it.
Damn, I didn't know any of that.
Yep. So, well, anyway, that's a whole other thing. But back to... We're about to watch Joe Coy do his material on Carlos Mencia.
When you're on the road, you don't realize, like, especially when you're from LA, how much you miss Mexicans. You know what I mean? I was in Wichita, Kansas, and the only two Mexicans there were Carlos and me, and I'm Filipino. Miss Mexico. I miss these Mexicans out here, man. No one's better than these Mexicans. The Chinese food sucked in Kansas. I was like, you guys need some Mexicans. Everyone knows Chinese tastes better when Mexicans cook it. I was in Kansas clicking my heels. Bring me some Mexicans.
I particularly hate the reaction shots when the camera goes to, like, Byron Allen's face or another comedian, and they're just going like...
But I almost feel like Byron
that.
Allen's, like, look on his face is like, why are we going down this alley? He almost looked like that on his face. Or just fake.
It's a fake laugh. He's fake laugh. He's probably heard the material, he liked it, and said, hey, come and do that on my show. It's the most forced laugh I've ever heard.
Just like all these people smile. It's all fake.
Pay attention to the camera reactions. They'll pan over to another comedian after the bit has been told, and they'll have, like, the biggest, fakest laugh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That'd be rough to do, sit there when something's really not funny.
Not funny?
Just, like, fake... fake thinking that
nothing's funnier than a bomb and then, like, just kind of, like, sitting there enjoying the bomb.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, Tough Crowd, another great show, similar format to this, but, like, when comedians would bomb, they would let it bomb.
Yeah.
And the comedians, like, Colin Quinn or whoever was on would just rip them apart for telling a bad joke.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That show was, go back and watch it. It's a great show, but it's about a complete 180 from this.
This is all just like
scripted
and kiss your ass to with every joke.
Really, it really is. I would love it just to tear it up. I'm like, that wasn't really that funny.
Yeah, if Byron Allen's like, that really sucked.
That fucking sucked, dude. I brought you all the way to Hollywood for that shit line.
That girl, which really, this joke isn't that funny either.
I'm paying for your hotel room and all your food. The Holiday Inn.
Yeah, Holiday Inn. That costs like $70 a night.
Yeah.
There's like a murder in the next room over.
Yeah.
Get me back to L.A.
Get me to L.A. where Mexicans don't even care that they... Yeah, this is the thing about L.A. Mexicans here, they walked out May 1st. They walked out of their jobs, protest the borders, right?
Yeah, right.
I added that woo in there. I don't think anybody really wooed.
Yeah,
that was
right.
the fakest woo I've ever heard.
It was totally a soundtrack woo.
Yeah.
I'm like, how do you walk out of your job when you're not even from this country? You're not even supposed to be at work, and you walked out. How does that happen? And here's the funny thing, Byron. Here's the funny thing. 1 million of them walked out. That brought a tear to my eye. That brought a tear to my eye because the traffic was empty.
That laugh is infuriating.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
It's so fake. That's like when when you're like with like maybe vanilla people and they're like trying to be funny and everybody fake laughs at something that was totally that was that laugh right there.
Yeah.
I was doing 85 on the 5 freeway at 5 in the afternoon. I was like, protest again. And here's the thing, if I got into an accident, the guy I hit, I knew he had insurance.
That was a real laugh. Did you like that joke?
Yeah.
Did you like that one?
Yeah. I like it was a very racist type joke. So
there you go. There we go.
Yeah.
Get some real shit.
Very
All right.
stereotype type joke, so it's funny. Dude, we can make this TV show. It's ridiculous.
Can you imagine us on there?
Yeah, oh my God. Imagine a whole crowd, dude. They would probably like start laughing and like this is funny at first, and they'd be like, What the fuck did they just
Yeah,
say?
I know.
What the fuck did they
Because
just
that's like
say?
look at the crowd. It's probably like housewives. I got nothing else to do in the middle of the day.
Yeah, right.
They get a studio of them, and they
That's
go see
basically what
some
it looks like.
comedians.
Yeah.
Really what those crowds are. For these shows that they make, it's tourists.
Yeah, that makes
That's
sense.
who they come in because it doesn't cost anything to go to these shows.
Yeah,
they have
it's like
tour-
so if you're in from out of town on vacation,
Yeah.
come here at 9 a.m. or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, these are not hardcore people that go to clubs and watch
Yeah.
stand-up comedy and want to see something really
No,
funny.
this looks like the same crowd that would be on like Ellen or something.
It's pretty much that. Yeah. Could you imagine us being on there? So, Derek, I heard you like beef curtains.
Yeah.
And then you do your 5-minute bit. Yeah, man. I was eating up some beef curtains.
I was in L.A. eating some beef curtains, and a Mexican walked in, and I'm like, "You don't have insurance."
That'd be much better.
Yeah, right. That
Hate the
fucking
DJ. Hate him.
Yeah.
I want to shoot him with a bow and arrow.
The
honestly.
fucking DJ with his like, whatever, like not a Letterman.
It's like a Letterman jacket.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of what it looks like. Dude, you can't be outside of high school wearing Letterman's
No,
jackets.
unless you're a DJ for the Byron Allen.
Yeah, right. And like
show.
it looks like the top button's snapped, and then
Yeah.
the rest is open. Very
Yeah.
odd.
Oh God,
Very odd
I would
combo.
bully him in high school if I could.
Yeah.
Comics Unleashed. So now, Joe Coy, do you like Chinese food? Oh, I love.
Joe Coy, do you like Chinese food? All right, just immediately into a bit about Chinese
Yeah.
food. I imagine on the phone. All right, man, I got a couple bits for you. Got one on anything on Chinese food?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Byron, I got a whole 5 minutes on Chinese food.
Yeah, that's what. Oh God.
I'm watching a show. And it's a show like this format. I want to see a real conversation. I don't care if it's funny. If it's funny, that's great.
Yeah,
But if it sucks, let it suck. At least
Go
it's
into
real.
a real question, a real conversation.
Yeah.
Because this is beyond scripted.
Yeah, this format's died out. That's why late night TV's dying out because people are tired of forced interaction.
That's a point with late night TV, and plus it's just also been terrible for 10 years now.
Yeah.
Once Jay Leno left, once Conan moved out of the slot,
Conan's
right?
done now.
I'm just saying because he was fantastic after Jay Leno when he was on the air. Once Leno left, Jon Stewart left the Daily Show, all that stuff.
I'd say this whole slew of previous late night changes really went down the toilet.
that's when it all happened. When Leno
It
left,
wasn't good, really. Even I mean, Jay Leno sucked, but
I used to like to watch Conan back then. The Daily Show was fantastic. Even Stephen Colbert's show on Comedy Central was fantastic. But once everything moved around, it
sucks.
ended. It all ended.
Yeah, it sucks.
Well, I love Chinese food. You know what I mean? Everyone loves Chinese food. It's just, right? We love it. It's just we hate the service, right? You ever go to a Chinese restaurant? Those are the rudest waiters on earth, right? They don't even speak English and they're rude. You ever go to a Chinese restaurant? They never welcome you in. They're, oh, hello, welcome, please. They don't do that. Right when you walk in, they yell at you. How many? Oh.
All right, I have to admit that was at least
Yeah.
a mildly funny bit.
It's true because you do feel like you're always getting yelled at.
Yeah.
Four, where'd you come? And they're always in a hurry. Okay, you follow, you go. Let's come, let's go, let's go.
Yeah, you never understand what they're writing down.
You never do. They just write in their own characters. Only thing you don't understand is like the price, $49.99. I complain. Hi, I didn't eat box, square, triangle.
I feel like this material would be funny to somebody that's like a novice to stand up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what it seems like. It's very like intro.
Yeah, or like like boomers would love this kind of
Yeah,
stuff. Or,
yeah.
you know, like if any
Intro to comedy, boomers, stuff like
older
that.
people, I could see jiving with this.
Uh-huh.
But like, you know, we're now in the time where the curtains have been pulled back on everything.
Yeah.
I don't think people could legitimately find this funny nowadays.
No,
This kind of
this would be people could be very angry about this.
That's why I like people like daytime talk shows, current late night talk shows. It's just boring.
Yeah.
We all know
Well, because they know they're not going to go down certain subjects, certain
Right, they're
territories.
not gonna
and it's
touch-
Like,
yeah. None of these. You're not on a show like this. You're not going to get real stuff that they do at the clubs.
yeah, right.
You know, this is like corporate, clean. You know what you'd show in front of your parents kind of material.
Yeah.
You know, which you know, no one's. I'm not going to sit here and belly laugh at that shit.
Right.
What is that, a tree? I didn't eat a tree.
This restaurant all the time, order the same thing, and I swear my bill is never the same.
Yeah.
Is it?
And you know what's crazy is no matter how rude the service is, you never complain.
You never complain.
You know why? because the food's out there in a matter of seconds.
That's it.
You ever order something at a Chinese restaurant right when you say it, it's on the table?
When was the last time you had Chinese food? Do you like Chinese food?
Yeah, like it's all right. I not too often though. It gives me a headache.
Yeah, yeah. It's probably that MSG. Well, the MSG is supposed to like rot holes in your brain.
Yeah, it makes me sleepy. I'm not.
Your brain's just all mush. From
Yeah,
Chinese
it's already like I have a. It's the size of a walnut as it is. I don't need it. You know, any
now it's
smaller.
instead of being like hard, it's all mushy.
Yeah,
mushy with
melted
holes.
chocolate. You know.
Yeah.
Ninjas. It's like, you ready to order? Yeah, can I get some Kung Pao chicken? Is that what
Yeah, this I don't think this joke would fly nowadays.
Probably not. That
It would
on
not-
TV it would not.
Yeah.
No, not on TV.
Yeah, this would not. He's a little bit covered because he's Filipino or whatever he said, Mexican. But
It's
if
not
this was a white guy, they'd be burned at the stake.
that, and I also just don't like how cutesy he's trying to do this.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
It's so like over the top. I just hate it.
Yeah, and it is appealing to people that are like 60 and older.
Yeah, right.
It really is.
Because you would watch the show with your parents, they'd probably love it.
Oh,
Put this on in front of your parents, see what they do.
Probably think it's fantastic.
Oh, I love that show with comics on. That Byron Allen, he's great.
Like, who the fuck are you talking about?
Good, clean, wholesome fun, guys. You like that?
You like that?
Cucks.
Enjoy!
All right, enough with the Chinese stuff.
They just disappear up in the roof.
So you like living in LA?
See the transition there?
Yeah.
Do you like living in?
I
from
know,
That?
it's
How random.
It's so weird. It's just like a weird transition.
So, Chinese food. You like living in LA?
Yeah, you like living in LA?
Yeah, I love living in LA, but I wasn't going to stay here for a long time, but I'm never going to move again.
No?
I don't care. No. I don't know if it's been a while for anyone since they've moved.
That was definitely a very, like...
That was definitely added in.
Yeah.
It was definitely
so quick, too.
Yeah,
It
it
ended quickly.
made no sense.
Yeah. That was terrible.
It made no sense.
Forget it. You don't think, because when you start out, you don't think it's going to be bad, right? You think, okay, I can move. You know, fine. So you're standing in your kitchen, you know, you got a box, you know, there's a glass, you wrap the paper in your box. You know, cool. Glass, paper box, you finish it, and you write glasses on it. But then after about a couple of days of packing, you know, now you just have that open box that you're just dragging from room to room. You take the medicine chest and just go, yeah. This crap, what the hell is that? I don't know, pack it, cram a pillow on it, just write crap I don't need.
I could see moms laughing at that.
Yeah, right,
You know what I mean?
exactly, uh-huh.
Yeah, a mom would laugh
Or
at that.
homeowners, which we are both are not homeowners.
Yeah, we're
It
homos.
was, homos.
Yeah.
But it was really making me think, God, if I had to move, all the work that I'd have to do. That's what I was thinking of this whole time.
Moving to LA to, do your,
You know
dirty
what? That's
movies.
why, dude. Really, honestly, I was watching. I was listening to the history of the Chicago porn industry yesterday on YouTube.
Okay.
Well, I wanted to know the history behind it.
Sure, absolutely.
You know, because it's always fascinating.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's the only reason I moved to LA is to start my porn empire.
Yeah, your scat
Yeah.
branded videos that you're
Uh-huh.
into.
Dude, I want to make scat popular. That's the thing. I
We
want
know.
I want people to understand how great it is.
Yeah.
It's like it's really like
Make scat great again.
Uh-huh.
Hats.
So where like in 10 years you'll go on Instagram, it's just like girls posting pictures of their poop and stuff,
Yeah,
and how
and their
great,
beef curtains.
and their beef curtains, and how great it is, and there's like a big movement, and there's
I'm
rallies.
into beef curtains and scat.
Yeah.
I hate my crap. I don't know
That
how
fake
I ended
smile
up
on
with
his
so
face.
much stuff. I know for a fact, at one point in my life, I owned a futon and a bong, and I was happy.
Did you like that? She owned a futon and a bong.
Yeah.
She was happy.
Yeah. Well,
Was
that's
that good?
shows you all you need is drugs and somewhere to lay down to be
Sure,
happy.
yeah.
That's all you need. You ever smoke a bong?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I have.
I feel like you're one of those dudes like you smoke weed with, and he's just like, this guy is just.
What's that thing that you... Where is it? The bowl or whatever?
That's the bowl.
Okay,
The
I think
bong is the thing with the water.
I have smoked out one of those, yes. The bowl thing, I smoked...
I could
I
see.
burnt my finger on it.
Yeah, I could
Like,
see that. Like, if there's a party at Pipes being passed around, you'd be like, huh?
I'd fumble it.
You
it'd go
fumble,
flying out of my
you'd
hands.
just be like, what's this? And you just like dump all the weed out of it or something.
There's a lot of oregano in this thing.
Or you do the guy that's like super high, then it gets like really scared and goes high.
That
to
would
the
be me,
corner.
because I'm a paranoid just completely sober.
And then you probably start crying.
Yeah.
She doesn't like me anymore, so I should blow up a guy.
Who has to be blown?
This will get me over my disappointment.
Yeah.
Rejection.
That would be me.
Yeah. Paris, when you get rejected, you just turn straight to blowing men.
Yeah. All right, sorry. I'm going to the pilot McDonald's. So I'll blow truckers
Oh, it tastes like Big Macs
and cigarettes.
Yeah.
My mom's Filipino.
Yeah.
So that's
Missed the transition there. That is not us, guys. That's just this upload.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we didn't see the bad question he asked.
so it's yeah. Is it? Do you?
I assume he. Sorry, your mom's Filipino after that L.A. moving bit.
Yeah. Wait. So Filipino. He's saying Mexicans. Filipino's not by Mexico, right? Isn't it like
Philippines? It's Asia.
Asia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's like. I don't know.
I feel like having a Filipino wife would be very intense.
Intense?
Intense. They're
I think they're submissive, aren't they?
I think they're very intense.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know anything.
Very intense.
Yeah, I don't know.
From
We should get one. We should get a Filipino wife on the show.
We should get a mail order bride.
Yeah.
Like we need a.
Wouldn't that be great if we added a third co-host and it was just a?
She was married to both of us.
She was just our submissive Filipino
Well,
wife.
that'd be good. It's like a contingency plan because whether we anything goes with us or we meet somebody, we get married. If not, we still got our married little wife.
Would you
So
do
it's
that? Would you share a wife with me?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
I would if we ordered.
When can I have her and when would you have her? Monday, Wednesday, Fridays or something?
Well, I get her whenever I need her, and
Okay.
then you get her just whenever I don't want her.
For like errands.
Yeah,
and,
right.
Yeah.
So yeah, she'll be there to like clean and cook, feed me,
Yeah.
bang me, and then after that she's got to be with you the whole time.
When she has like
and you gotta be
cramps and diarrhea.
Yeah, and be like
Yeah.
the babysitter of it all.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah.
Uh-huh. That's when you get her.
Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah, you get her on cramped and diarrhea day, and vomiting day, and runny nose.
Yeah. She's sickly.
Has like syphilis.
Yeah, she's in a bad mood. She only has syphilis around me, and it goes away miraculously around you.
And then if she's around you, she's always in a terrible mood.
Yeah.
Screaming, complaining about everything.
Yeah, she wears a diaper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she can't stop shitting her pants. And just bawling her eyes out. Pattis, I hate you.
She wants to go back to Derek. Why would I put up with this?
Sounds
this scenario.
Sounds pretty good, though.
For who? Not for me.
both of us, because it's a contingency plan.
Filipinos. If you don't know what a Filipino looks like, they're Asians that they look Mexican, but they're, you know what I mean.
All his stuff is Asian-oriented bits.
Yeah.
He hasn't gone
That's another thing that bothers me about certain comics. Is they just they harp too much on their ethnicity with certain things. It's like all Mexican jokes, all Asian jokes.
Black comics are the worst with this. 'Cause
Yeah.
they talk about is white people do this, and then black it's really
I know, dude.
overdone.
That's, if you want to have one joke out of your whole set, fine. When it's the whole sets like that,
yeah.
I hate it too.
I also hate comics with gimmicks where like their name. You know, Kevin Hart's original name was Kevin the Bastard, Little Kevin the Bastard.
Oh, really?
That was his stage name.
I did not know that.
And then he got bullied out of it by fellow comedians, and he just changed it to Kevin Hart.
Interesting, because Kevin Hart's pretty funny.
Yeah, that was his stage name before he made it big.
Little Kevin the Bastard.
Little Kevin the Bastard.
Really?
There's a lot of comics like that. There's a comic on this show. She has an accordion. I tried finding a clip of just her on this show.
Yeah.
But she has an accordion, so she does her bit, and then she plays the accordion after it's over. Her name is Judy Tenuta, and we will do a separate thing because you gotta watch this.
Is it that bad?
It's fucking abominable.
I like the accordion. I like polka music.
So she gets up, does her bit in her shrill voice, and then plays the accordion.
Does she play the accordion well though?
No. It's not like a masterpiece of accordion
What if
playing.
she just started playing some classical masterpiece on the accordion?
Then I'll go watch that. I don't want to watch that while I'm watching comics do their bits.
I'm gonna hear Bach Prelude and D on accordion now. Someone has to have done it. That's gotta sound good.
Well, definitely not on this show. That's for damn sure.
Not on comics.
No.
I thought this was a music show.
No. Well, I got
There's a
DJ.
DJ. There's a DJ.
They should have somebody with an accordion or a harp playing very softly.
Yeah.
That would be much better.
A harp with an accordion, like just completely.
No, two guys, one playing the harp, one playing the accordion behind them. And the crowd is filled with like homeless people. You know,
urinating on each other.
Yeah, with those trash cans that are on fire and they're all warming up their hands.
That'd be a great audience.
Yeah, wouldn't it?
But you know what? I love local festivals when there's like a band and playing polka music and the accordion's going on. I love that.
Pennsylvania.
There's that guy around here, Del Sinchak. He's like a legend. He's had won Grammys. I saw him one time randomly in public. I went up to him, shook his hand. I was like, I respect you, Del Sinchek.
What did he do?
Well, he's like 90, so he was probably really confused, and he has a toupee too.
Oh, okay. Did you punch it off of his head?
I'm like, I want that toupee, bitch.
Do you really have a toupee?
Yeah, he really does, and it's very obvious.
Anybody that has a toupee should have it slapped off their head.
But I kind of want one.
I'd love to slap it off your head.
But I'm gonna glue it. I'm gonna epoxy the toupee.
I will slap it with a 2x4.
Yeah, which is gonna break my skull, so the toupee is gonna stay on there. Would you ever, if you met a toupee doctor that...
A toupee doctor?
Yeah, a toupee.
They have a degree in toupee.
What if he made you a toupee that looked 100% like your real hair or the hair that you want, that you could never notice was a toupee? Would you consider wearing it?
Yeah, I would even do that surgery where they pull your asshole hairs and put it on your, and they glue it onto your head.
Is it your asshole hairs or just the other hair on your head?
The other hair, but I like to think
so you could have like pubes coming out of your head. Dude, I would do the Bosley. I would have.
I would totally do it. They removed all my nose hairs and put it on my
yeah, like all these super coarse hairs, pubic hairs, and all this stuff.
Yeah.
It's like take out all my natural, put pubic hair all over my whole
my ear hairs.
Yeah. Because whatever he's talking about really should be offensive.
Should be, but it's...
Based off, I mean, this is old, so based off of today's policies, like...
This material, I'll tell you what it is. It's offensive because it's hack.
Yeah.
But it's not interesting or entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not really offensive. It's just offensive because I just think it's hack.
Right.
So...
But you can tell.
We'll do another minute.
I just don't like the stereotype comedy. It's fine for a few bits, but for a whole segment, it's just like enough.
Well, I feel like if I've heard it enough, I've heard material like this enough.
They're all the same joke, essentially.
Yeah. It's not truly like an original thought.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like my mom can pronounce her P's and her F's, just not at the right time, right? Like, you know, at home, every morning you're like, Joseph, do you want breakfast? Do you want breakfast? Do you want me to make you some frosted flakes?
Prostate
and when
flakes.
people look at me, they don't really know.
Prostate flakes?
Yeah.
Is that how Asian women say
Asian
frosted?
women, they're like, here, you want some prostate flakes? Ooh, that sounds good. You know what? I think I should get my prostate checked out. This is for real because sometimes...
Don't look at me.
I was going to ask you, by the way. I was going to ask you.
No,
I really do. I feel like I have problems going to the bathroom sometimes. So I might have like prostate cancer.
Maybe you need to eat more fruit.
Pissing.
Oh, you can't pee.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like I'll feel like I have to pee, but then I just can't pee.
Okay.
And then either I'll stand there for a long time, or I'll end up sitting on the toilet, and I'll sit there for like.
I have the solution for
10
you.
minutes.
I have run the water while you're trying to pee.
I've tried everything.
Do you run the water?
I do countdown. I count 5.
Why don't you hire an intimidating man to come in there and scream at you until you
terrify me until I just piss myself?
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
Have you tried that?
Not yet.
A tall black gentleman.
So if I go to the prostate doctor, he's like, listen, we're not going to check your prostate until you hire this tall black man to scare the shit out of you. So you piss yourself, and if you don't piss yourself, then we'll go deeper into the thing.
Yeah, that's what Yeah, don't go to those quacks.
Yeah, because they're going to stick their finger in my butt at least.
Well, unless you want that, but I feel like you could just do that on your own, or hire a dominatrix.
Maybe I should, because I don't know. I've never felt my own prostate. I guess I should try finding it.
Either that, or have more fucking what's that old lady fruit that they like to drink?
Prunes.
Prunes. Those are pomegranate, but
well, prunes do nothing with peeing.
They say it helps you.
Oh, you're talking about cranberries for like
cranberries?
Yeah, for the bladder thing, for like a bladder infection.
Yeah.
I don't have a bladder infection though.
But try some cranberries.
Okay,
shove
I'll
up
give it a shot.
Urethra hole.
I'll just catheter myself instead, so it'll just come out naturally.
Or do the other thing.
Which it just fills up, it'll just start coming out.
Yeah. Hire that black guy. He can come and scare you, you know?
Scare me so I piss myself.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I didn't piss myself, but I did shit my pants, so.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Regis.
I was kind of constipated, so that worked.
I'm Asian. That's why it's like when I moved to LA, it's like you don't realize how crazy people are out here. You know, you get the worst compliments when you move out here. You know, they don't know how to give you a compliment. It's like, oh, you're Asian? I love orange chicken.
he just facial.
Yeah,
like,
he's being so over the top.
he just too much of the.
Same thing with the other guy. He was being like real over the top.
Yeah,
with the
I
facial.
haven't heard a word out of that black gentleman. He hasn't said one
No,
word.
I know. I'm kind of curious what his bit is.
Yeah, let's see if we could skip ahead.
Yeah, let's just
hate Joe Coy.
This Coy thing's getting on my nerves.
Look, they went back. They go back to the white guy.
Wow.
He does a bit.
Okay,
here's
here
the.
we
I
go,
want
here
to
we
see.
go.
What, maybe the black guy's got a more interesting perspective. Let's see.
And wait, how much you want to bet it's like about white people?
I'll give you my phone and access to all my private information and my bank account.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
To my mom, I talk to my mom all the time.
It's like I'm like the.
Just want to hear what the segue
How's
is.
your family?
How's your family?
Oh,
That's the segue for the black guy.
How's your family?
How's your family?
Oh, they're good. I just talk to my mom. I talk to my mom all the time because, I'm the youngest and the only boy in the family. Yes.
Yeah.
Why would they clap for that?
I don't know. A lot of this stuff doesn't make sense while they're clapping. How do you like living in L.A.?
Woo! It's great.
Yeah.
Being the youngest and the only boy, it wasn't fair. My mother would come out of her room and yell at us when we would fight and make noise. Y'all got to keep all this noise down because I'm in there trying to rest because I work hard all day to support this family. I ain't putting up with this. If I have to come out here again, I'm not coming out so nice. And that is not an idle threat. And you too, baby. Don't let them girls get you in trouble now, okay? Because they bad. They real bad. Remember when you were a kid and you got sick and your mom would make medicine?
Stop standing.
Yeah, right, because he's like really tall. So
I know. It's just like I'm looking up.
camera angle's like super sharp up.
For you.
That's not us.
And it always had
That is this upload. That's not
That
us.
is the person who uploaded this on Christmas Eve in 2017.
What a psychopath!
Yeah,
What
right.
are you doing?
Christmas Eve is one of those days that you spend with your family, but
Yeah.
you have a little party or something. You don't upload comics. You do not upload comics unleashed onto YouTube.
What a weird thing. To
I mean,
do.
that represents the most loneliest person on the face of the earth.
It's psychotic.
Yeah,
I
it's
feel like.
psychotic.
Maybe they were with their family. They escaped to their lair where their
Right.
computer is, and had to.
It's like one of these like perverts who can't
Yeah.
stop jerking off.
Right. His thing is he gets off on uploading Byron Allen.
Yeah,
stuff, and he
so
comes
it's
in
like,
his
oh,
pants.
oh, finally, thank God.
His wife is like, "Honey, where are you? Oh, I'll be out in a minute.
I'm just pooping. It's like in your computer room.
I'm pooping on the desktop." Mostly because I'm watching Byron Allen.
Yeah, because I'm watching Byron Allen.
Alcohol in it for some reason. That's scary, but you know what's more frightening than that? The fact that my mother's from Louisiana. So yeah, when she was making medicine, it could have been medicine, or it could have been voodoo. Right? Just because I got the sniffles, now I'm standing in a circle of gunpowder holding up the cat. It's not working. Some of you don't even know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Because your mother gave you chicken soup. My mother had a chicken's foot.
What are some of your pet peeves?
I can't take it anymore.
I know.
You get the point.
I
though.
get it though. Like,
I don't care what his pet peeves are. I don't care about whatever bit.
because
it is.
he's like he told this coy dude.
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna give you a potential like list of these 10 questions. So
I will
have
say-
a bit for whichever one. Maybe even choose the ones you want.
What was of the 4 bits that you saw there? What was the funniest? What did you say?
Say that the coy dude was the worst, and all the other 3 were pretty much on the same level of like just. I would say just very like intro to comedy stuff.
Yeah.
Where it's like it's funny. I'm not gonna just like bust out laughing uncontrollably.
Nothing
but,
you'll die of laughter from.
But nothing. It's not life changing. But
No. If it's like material that you feel safe with, like watching with your parent,
yeah,
I don't want nothing to do with it.
yeah.
You know what I mean?